So, looks like stream came up. Should be good here. So, give this a few minutes for people to hop in the stream here before we start off. Let me go ahead and just pull some things up here. Just let Discord know that we're streaming, see if anybody wants to hop in. Alright, so last night we built this effects on stream. Just a little simulation of some particles blending between the surface. And I thought about it a little bit more this morning, and I think I'm going to try to redo this all inside of one PopNet. I think I figured out some of the issues that I was having. I'm going to just make a copy of this though, just in case we have any issues. We can always go back to the file that we had before. What do I want to do here? So let me go ahead, let's just delete those, and let me actually turn off the other one. There we go. All right, so let's see. Actually, there's a couple things I wanted to check before. So we have the ability to save groups inside of the pops, or have the group not, what's it called? Here, let's just look. I got rid of the group in that one. Did I save it in this one? No, I didn't. All right. Let's see. Let's drop down our PopNet. I'll look in a second here. So the pop group preserve. That's the word I was looking for. We have the ability to preserve groups. So I want to take a look at kind of how that works a little bit. So let's disable that. I'm going to spawn some particles on the first frame here. $ff equals 1. And doesn't really matter how many. Drop down a pop wind. Welcome, Raphael. I don't speak Spanish, so I'm not exactly sure what you say. I took a little bit of Spanish in school, so I'm not sure what you're saying there. If you speak English, it'd be great if you could keep it to English just so I can understand what you're saying. Let's go ahead and add some wind velocity up, because I want to test out something with this preserve, or with this preserve group. And actually, let's go to bounding box. Let's just call this group, doesn't matter. And let's make this a little bit bigger. So now we should have these particles just fly upwards. Let's add more to that. Let's go like 4. All right, so they're passing through here, and they should be in a group now. Yeah, so they're in that group, and I want to take them out of that group, but I don't know if it's going to let me. Actually, let's turn them back off. So where's our position? It's like 4 or 5. All right, so let's chop down a wrangle here. I'm just going to check their position here. So if at p dot y is greater than, I'll call it 5, then let's go ahead and set that group equal to 0. So at group underscore group is equal to 0. All right, so at this point, they should be all in that group. They are. And then, good, we can take them out of that group. So that's what I was looking for. All right, so that means we can do what I was thinking. So let's dive back in here and let's start to try to bring this all into one popnet here. So let's see what we have to start off with. So we have the particles all coming towards the pig head. And then I'll do a pop stream. And source group, I want to set this to the final pause. It's going to make us reset. Yeah, final pause. Okay. So final pause. Let's wire this in there, and that's why it wasn't giving that to me. There you go. So let's do a pop attract. Actually, I'm going to do a pop replicate. So a pop replicate, we're going to do a impulse activation. Oops, hit my mic. Sorry about that. We want to kill our original particle. So hopefully, okay, so we're getting somewhat of what we're looking for. Let's see. The other thing I wanted to check, do an AND statement inside of the groups. Let's bring our sphere back, the popnet. And let's see, what am I looking to do here? Let's get 2 pop groups here, and let's name one group 1. We'll name one group 2. Let's make them in the bounding regions here. So I'm just testing a AND statement inside of these groups. So set that up. All right, so let's take this one and move this one over about halfway. And then we'll move this one over a little bit more. Let's make this bigger as well. All right, so I only want to track the ones that are in both of these groups, or the ones that are not in both of these groups. Or not in either one of these groups, I mean. So let's move this over. Okay, so it's only doing the first one. So I think we need an AND statement like that. Nope. can't remember how this works. And I only want to net on the first frame here, so let's set this to there. Equal to 1. Well, we got part of it. So we aren't getting the second group here. They're not part of group 1 and not part of group 2. I thought the end statement was 2 and signs. No. We're gonna have to look this up because I don't remember. All right, bring this back over. So Houdini group and that's my video. I don't think I covered that. Or actually, I don't necessarily need a vex group. I just need group. Let's see. It shouldn't matter, but I guess it does. Group name. Okay. So we've got group 2 working. Group 1 is working. That's what I did, and it didn't work. Group 1 and group 2. I guess you're using the exclusion, so I guess that works. You're right. That is probably what I need to do, because the exclamation point is going to give me everything but that. I guess we can just do, we don't need the ampersand, right? No? Do we need our star? There we go. We need the star that selects everything. All right, so that's what I was looking for. That's where I went wrong last night, DJ. If you don't, you're just happening here. So this needs to be not final pause. So we want to do star and then not final pause. And I think we should get the same effect. Apparently not. Huh. Because we still have our pop replicate. Probably need to do it for the pop attract too. R minus final pause. Nope. All right. What is going wrong here? Oops. Huh. Let's see. So they should still be in that final pause group here. wrong thing. So let's see. They're not in the final pause. That's why. Okay, so we need to we need to include this group, which is our. Let's just put these all into a group. Can I change this name of this group? You guys have any idea? The pop stream group. Preserve group. I don't know. Well, let's just create a new group. Pop group. Actually, this is in the pop replicate, isn't it? So I don't want the just born group because I think they. Well, let's find out. I think the just born group goes away after a period of time. So let's see. Yeah, see, so that goes away after a period of time. So let's just make another group, I guess, and we'll call this transition. Should we call this a transition group? Yeah. So let's omit that from our pop wind now too. All right, so I think this should fix that issue, or not. Why are we getting? Oh, did I not include? Yeah, all right, that was my problem. So now? Nope, still getting the movement. Why are we getting that movement? We're omitting that, so it shouldn't include that in the wind. Possibly the pop tracked as well, actually. So transition. Nope. Why are we getting movement? Are we inheriting a velocity, I wonder? Let's see. And we want it to be from a point, not from a sphere. Let's turn off that inherit velocity and see what happens. We still get movements. It's like they're pushing each other away or something. Let's see. It's got no force activating on. You do inherit velocity in the pop replicate. I just turned that off though. This should turn that off. I don't know why it's maintaining a velocity. Because we shouldn't have any sort of velocity from these, because we just omitted that group, and they're in that group. Let's see. Call this then. Perhaps this wouldn't make any sense. This thing is in the way. No, you have option use inherent velocity. Change that. Yeah, but the inherent velocity is set to 0, so it shouldn't make a difference, but I'll give it a shot just to... I guess we could just set initial velocity. Yeah, see, we're still getting that issue. So it's being affected after the fact somewhere. And it shouldn't make a difference in here because we're multiplying the current velocity. But just in case, I guess, we can add this in here. Yeah, see, that's not it either. Let's turn off the pop wind. Let's see if the wind's the actual issue. Yeah, so it's the pop wind, because it would be moving right now if it was something else. So let me just go back and get rid of this so I don't confuse myself later. So it's definitely the pop wind, but it doesn't make any sense because we're removing that group. That is weird. Let's preserve that group maybe? I don't know. Nope, that's still not the issue. Odd. Very, very odd. I suppose we could do... I suppose we could do another group. And just call this something like... Oh, no, this isn't going to work either. Can I do an if? Surely I can do an if statement in this. All right, let's do this. So let's just call this like test. And then let's do an if statement in here. So if at final I bet I have to do so I at group underscore final pause is equal to 1 and I at group underscore transition is equal to 1. Let's give this a shot. It's not gonna like that, what are you? Expecting an end parenthesis. Need our double equal sign, there you go. Alright, so now they should be in that test group. But they're not. Yeah, I don't know. This is what's wrong with it though. Maybe you can't do expressions in there, I don't know. So let's see. How do I need to get around this? I guess we're not creating a... I don't know. I guess we could do, let's see, a pop wrangle. I'll just do two if statements. So if at final pause is equal to 0, then I at group underscore allow wind is equal to 1. So now we should have a group here that's, yep, okay. And then if at, can I just do, is that actually worked? Okay, so can I do this transition then? Is equal to 1, then I at group underscore allow wind is equal to 0. Sweet, okay. So that worked. So then we should be able to just set that allow wind group. There's still that, okay, now I'm really confused. Because it's the pop wind that's causing this issue. Because if we turn it off, their movement goes away. Weird. Really, really weird. Do we still have that? We don't have the pop collision detect. So maybe I'll try the collision detect and only allow this for the transition group. And then, well, no, this probably isn't going to work either. Let's see if it just gets rid of the, let's see if it gets rid of the movements. Does not. This is quite the issue. Wonder why this is happening. Yeah, I don't know why this is giving us issues. I guess we could set the velocity in a wrangle, pop wrangle. So if, or I guess we could do v at v is equal to set 0, 0, 0. Let's only affect that for the transition group. Okay, so that's gonna work, I guess, for now. And then let's just reset this stuff. Get rid of this stuff that we don't need. And we'll do just not our final pause group. All right, so then we can take a pop attract and all right, well, we're gonna attract to the surface points. Let's do our third context geometry, and then we'll set up our expression here. So goal prem. So, oops, got a button. All right, so our goal prem will do a floor. So we create an integer, and then a fit a 1 with a random based off of our ptnum. Let's fit that. We'll just, for now, we'll just fit between a hard-coded number. 12873 is the number of prims that we have. Right, that was on primitives. Nope, that's points. 12853. So between 0 and 12853. And we should be good. Fit a 1 integer. What? Random. Float. What did I do wrong here? Ptnum. Oh. I got one too many parentheses here. 0 and 12853. There we go. There we go. So we need to then create another group. And we'll use a wrangle for this, I guess. Pop wrangle. No, let's use another pop group. Not grains. Pop group. So in this group, we're going to set up some bounding regions. We'll call this allow transition. And let's scale this up. Let's maybe make it a bounding sphere for now. I don't need it that big. Let's do something like that. And about frame 95. So let's set the center right there. And let's move this over the course of 30 frames. Let's move this over here to the other side, and we'll set another keyframe there. And we want to preserve that group. And then we want to change whether or not it's in the transition group after that. So if it is in the allow transition group, Oh, we're not going to have that. Allow transition. So if it's in the allow transition group, then we want to set I at group underscore transition equal to 0. Take it out of that group, I believe. And then we need to set this to only the allow transition. Let's up the force scale a little bit there as well. So there we're getting kind of what we want. Let's really crank up that force. And looks like this is still affecting it because it's not allowing it to move. So maybe we put this, because sometimes the order of this matters. So let's try and put that above. There we go. So that's all we need to do. Okay, so let's get everything in frame here. So we're getting kind of what we want here. And then we need to do another pop collision detect. And in this collision detect, we want to set this to third context geometry. We don't want to color the hits, and let's make them stop when they hit that. So we should have more what we're looking for here. Kind of. Okay. So a couple more things that we need to do. I want to add some wind to this. So we'll do a pop wind. But we only want to affect the allow transition group. So maybe something like that. See what this looks like. Yeah, so that's kind of what we're looking for. Now, the one thing that I want to do is I would like to make them pop out as they're coming across. So I'm gonna do another pop attract. And we'll do a position here. So where are we at in space? So about at the origin, actually, I think is where I would like this to take effect. I only want this to take effect in the allow transition group. And I want to kind of push them away. So let's see. Receive no force. Okay, so I only want this to be like a little bit. So I want them to be pulled through kind of the origin area and be repulsed. In this distance. So let's see. I want to bring this up as well, just a little bit. I'm trying to have them kind of pop out, so they kind of go around the rubber toy a little bit as well. This this reversal distance doesn't make a lot of sense to me, the way it works. Yeah, see, I'm not getting what I want with this. Let's see. We could do like an animated geometry here. So maybe like a sphere. And maybe just a little bit bigger than that with a mountain applied to it. I don't know if this is going to give me what I'm looking for. But I want to crank up the amplitude a little bit, as well as the size here. And then let's wire this into the fourth input. And instead of this pop attract, let's do another pop collision detect. Fourth context geometry, and then well, actually, that's not gonna give me what I want either. I can't use this for just anything. Okay. I'm not sure how I want to go about doing that. I thought the pop attract was gonna work better than it would. Let's just see what this does. I guess it doesn't make that much of a difference on the final look, because this kind of pushes them out. Maybe I make that a little bit bigger and let's see what happens. And actually, I want to animate this as well. Sure. I guess it kind of makes a difference. How can I do a repulsive type effect better than the pop attract? I suppose we could do... Well... Can we do another... Here, I'll leave this for now. Can we do another pop attract with another group? So let's do a pop group. And we'll call this like repulsive group. And we want to keep it in bounding region. Oops, I want size. Something like that. And let's actually keep this as our fourth input. Let's crank up the size quite a bit. So my thought process with this is I'm going to attract it to the surface of that object while they're inside the group. Pulse. And we can just copy what we got here. Except for we need to figure out the number of primitives we have on our sphere. which is 999. So 1999. And we should crank up the force scale there. So there we kind of get the type of effect I was going for. And that just kind of breaks up the surface a little bit, but it's staying too long. It's too attracted. So maximum distance. Well, I don't know if this is probably gonna break it. Depending on how far we set that. Yeah. I think we just turned down the force scale maybe. Still not liking what I'm getting there. What did it look like without? It doesn't look horrible without. I just figured we could get a little bit better of a look if we just kind of push them out a little bit. And if we take our wind, we could crank up our amplitude, and that may fix some of that as well. Just break that up a little bit more. But then we also need to change our attraction amounts, which were already pretty high. But it's kind of giving us what we want. Let's set this like, I don't know, 25, and I think that gives us kind of what we're looking for. For the most part, we got a couple particles that are still popping around, but this is kind of the final effect. All done inside of one node there, instead of having multiple. And actually, the one thing I didn't do correctly in this, and we still have this going on here, which I don't need that anymore. In the, let's see, in the pop attract, I'm setting this equal to our final position, which is giving us that look for the pig head, which I don't necessarily like. So I'm actually going to change this to my goal prim, and that'll attract it towards the closest point on the surface. And I maybe need to change the force there a little bit. So we still have particles kind of floating around. So we want to, let's see. So they're outside the goal distance, 0.5. Let's crank this up just a bit more, and I think that may get rid of those particles flopping around. Kind of. Let's play around with this as well. I may just add a pop collision detect in there. Let's set that back. Let's try adding a pop collision detect to stop those particles. So second context, get rid of that, make them stop. So hopefully they hit, they still aren't hitting. I guess, I mean, it doesn't matter that much, I suppose, but I would like to just clean that up. Play around with the attraction. Let's drop that back down maybe, and this pop wind. Let's play around with that. Huh. Did we get that? Stopping. Okay, we got those all to stop. Let's remove that pop collision detect again. And I think we'll be all right. Yep. So we're right there. And we get our particles flopping over to the other one. And then with this one, we have too much. Well, we got the wind that we had to crank up because of that. So we're not going to be able to do that with this one. Let's see. We could calculate the distance again. And yeah, let's calculate the distance again. So we're killing those particles, so we shouldn't have these attributes on them. And then here, let's stick this above. And then let's go ahead and we have the third context geometry set up. So we want to set this to 2, 2, and 2. Let's see if we get those attributes on there. Oops. So we're looking for goal distance. Yeah, so we have the goal distance here. So how do I want to do this then? Let's see. So our wind, what are we using with the wind? Transition. All right, we're probably doing that with all these. Let's see. I suppose we could try to just multiply the velocity. So if at goal dist, well, no, because that's not going to work either. How do I want to get rid of this swirling? Oh no, I can do this. Okay, so pop, wrangle, we'll do it. So if at goal dist, so if our goal distance is less than like 0.75, then we can take the velocity v at v And we can times equals times, let's see, 0.95, 0.95, and then 0.95. But we only want to apply this to that transition group. And we can up that maybe to 0.95. That maybe we'll clean that up just a little bit more. Nope. Let's see, how far away are they? These flying around. What particle number is that? 1147. We need our goal distance, so it's still within that. So maybe we just crank this up. Let's turn those back off. So I got rid of that, but we could also come into our pop attract, and instead of doing this, I think we can do the same sort of a situation where we just set it equal to my goal prim. And we need to make sure that it is specified as an integer. And then it should attract more towards the closest prim. Now, that didn't exactly work. You can see it's going to attract towards the closest prim. So that didn't exactly work in this case. I suppose if we cranked up the amplitude again, that we may get something different. Or if we had that attraction, or like the repulsion type effect. But let's just leave that back. And we could also change this seed as well, so we could just multiply this by something random and get a different look of our final effect. Take a look. And we got our final look there. So now the only thing that would be left to do would be to render this, set up materials and everything in render. I'm not going to do that on stream because it's probably going to wreck my stream. The voice will get all choppy, but we'll go ahead and save this. Yeah, we could increase the particle count. Let's go ahead and do that. Did I set this up to automatically change with that? I did. Okay. So, yeah, sure. Let's crank it up. Let's see what happens. Well, we got some issues, some issues with that. Why do we have particles sitting over here? What point numbers are these? Oh, 0.0 is a good one to look at. Alright, so my guess is it got excluded from a group here. Yeah, allow transition is set to 0. Why is that? So it's outside of our bounding sphere. Did it never get hit by our bounding sphere? Should have. Got preserve groups on. I never took anything out of that, right? No, pop wind. I don't remember ever taking anything out of the transition group. Yeah, so I don't know why that one should be. Should still be getting pulled. So really weird. Are you inside the group right now? Huh. Maybe we need to just make that bigger. Yeah, because that doesn't make any sense. Just crank that up a little bit. Let's see if that gets rid of the issue. We'll obviously have to change some things, but still no. That's interesting. I don't know why that's not being included in the group. And obviously we need to change some other settings. Probably need to move these over a bit more. Substeps, I suppose. Let's try that. Crank it up to like 3. Should slow us down quite a bit. Ooh, that's giving us not as nice of a look to the pig head there, in my opinion. Nope, they're still getting left behind. But I've been here. Still got some that are getting left behind. It almost made it worse, I guess. Odd. Something cosmic, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. It is a little odd. I suppose we could do it differently. Instead of, can you do a group preservation in Vex? Let's do Vex group. Let's see. Preserve group. Grouping in Vex. Let's see. Let's see. Both in groups now. I don't know why that definitely did not give me what I was looking for. Let's see if they have anything on this. Maybe you can't in Vex preserve a group easily. Simpler to blast that points. Yeah, it would be. And with that many points, you wouldn't necessarily notice it. But you also would have to explicitly state those points, which is not fun. Let's take a look at VOPs. So we can group through VOPs. I don't even remember how to do this. I did this a while back. I don't remember what I did. Vops group. Don't want to do it that way. There's a node for it. Set attribute. I think that's what I was looking for. Attribute. It wasn't set attribute. Was it? Oh, yeah. Primitive. Set. This doesn't have anything that can preserve that either. Yeah, I feel like you would have to do this if inside of a solver in order to preserve the group, which I don't want to do. Let's see if we can figure out how they did it. Preserve group. And actually, if you don't know, let's do this. We can, how do I do this again? You can view the vex code of a node. How the heck did I do that again? I remember there's a, you can, but I don't remember how to do it. Nope, not that. Do you remember, anybody remember how to view the vex code of a node? Let's see if Google view vex code of node. I know there's a way to do it. I don't remember how to do it. I thought it was just one of these things. Sometimes it's easier to look at the vex code of a node and figure out what's going on, rather than trying to dive through all of these. So maybe this is, we have to allow trigger resum here for the group menus to be populated properly. Group combine. Group. It's in here somewhere. I don't know. ML vex vop, but it works only on attribute vop node. I thought you could do it on all nodes. Oh, okay. Well, we can take a look at this one. We'll see if we can find it in here. Let's see. maybe easier to copy all of this. And we'll bring up Notepad and we'll just search for it. So I guess there's nothing in there for preservation. That sucks. Okay, it's gotta be, it's in here somewhere. Not sure where it would be at. Sometimes it's easier to, it's easier said than done to find where these things are at. See chance. What is the name of this? Preserve group. Okay, so we should have, there should be something in here called preserve group. And actually, if we might be able to look. Preserve group. Nope, it's not getting me any information in there. It would be nice to, if we had that ability. Okay, so it's gotta be, I have that preserve group unchecked. Now it's checked. Okay, so it's in this somewhere. It's definitely in this. Random group active. Enable rule. So this is a toggle. That's a toggle. All these are toggles. It's got to be in here. Preserve group. Okay, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so if it's in group, group active, or in group equals 1. Sub input. What are we bringing in with this? Sub input 1. Okay, so if it's input, it's in the group, or group is active. I don't understand how this is working though. I suppose we could, it's gonna check if anything's in the group. Well, I guess if we just made a wrangle and did a transition that way, like what we did before, it would stay in that group no matter what. If we just checked based off of the position. So we could do that. I think I'm just gonna leave this. Well, no, because we have those particles that are not moving correctly. So let's just do that. Where did that group go? Oops. All right, so let's do a wrangle here. Pop wrangle. So we'll check a threshold here. So f at threshold is equal to CHF. Or actually, yeah, CHF, and then we'll call this threshold. Create our spare parameter there. All right, so if at p dot y, not y, but x is greater than the threshold, then we want I at group underscore, And then we can do our allow transition group. Allow transition is equal to 1. And when did we start to keyframe this? Frame 95. So we can take our threshold here. Where are we at in space? -1 and some change. So we'll start off with a value of -1. We'll go 30 frames forward. And we'll set this to -4. And we'll keyframe that. So now we should have the same sort of effect. But hopefully it'll get rid of those issues we were having with those particles not moving past. Got rid of all but one, so that's cool. Oh, there it goes. So we just need to change this to like 4.5. And then we're all good. So now we have our particles all transitioning. No, we're still having that one particle. What particle are you? Particle 0. Why are you not accepting my group, my dude? I'm about to just blast away particle 0. Because that doesn't make any sense. Your position is fine. You're just being stubborn. Well, that's good enough because it gets rid of all of them except for that one, and we could blast that one away, and no one would ever know. Eventually, it comes over. We would need to change the attraction amount probably, or the wind amount. So we'll get rid of, or bring that back down, and we still have some particles for whatever reason that just want to be stubborn. But we could just blast those away. Sometimes it's easier just to blast some things away instead of trying to fix them all. But we'll leave it like that. One other thing I did want to do is go over how a question that I got in the Discord. So I'm gonna launch a new Houdini instance and we'll work on that. I talked a little bit about it last night with the randomizing box size based upon the length of a line. So let's work with that. Let's do a line. Let's set the direction the positive x. Do like 10 points, and let's just look at our points here. All right, so we'll do a point jitter here. At least I think I have an idea for how to fix this, or how to do this. Oops, we want this to be 1, these to be 0. Let's crank up the length of that line just to give us a little bit different. All right, so extract centroid. Can we extract the centroid of the primitives? No. Pieces. How many points does this create? Just that one. So We only have that one line primitive, don't we? Well, that sucks. Let's see. I want to get around that. Because the line would be only one primitive. Let's see. Pieces. That's not gonna work. Alright, well, that kind of threw a wrench in my ideas. Let's see. I need to then just make the points, so I could do it in a wrangle, I guess. Attribute wrangle. So you could take at. We need to get the position of the current point and then the position of the secondary point. Or the next point in the line, I should say. Because we need to create points halfway between the 2 points. Can we just do a length? Or a measure? Perimeter length. Points. Perimeter. Nope. Huh. Yes, this is not going to work the way I was thinking. That sucks. We need to get the length between 2 points, so... Isn't there there's a length function, isn't there? Vex length. Length. So, okay, that's not what I thought. Length between points. Distance. Yeah, distance is what I was looking for. So, let's do, what to call this? We'll call this a distance is equal to the distance between, is that what it was? Yeah, distance function. Okay. So distance between our point number at pt num and at pt num plus 1. Is this gonna work? Start float, vector 4, vector 2. We need to get our position. I'm dumb. So we need to get the point attribute. So P, and then we need to do it on the self, right? 0 and then point number, yeah. So then at ptnum, is that what I want? Yeah, I think that's what I want. And then we would need to do the same thing the second time. With the next point number. It's still not gonna work. Okay, it's our vector 4. 1, 9, 116. Okay. It's been a while since I've used these. Nope, still not liking it. Alright, well. I don't know. Point functions. Let's look up that. Actually, they probably have. Someone's probably answered this. Pause one. Oh, I could do. What is the plan? So someone had asked about creating like a line essentially, and then boxes, copying boxes to each point with random size so they kind of fit together. So I need to create a middle point between each one of these points, and my original plan was to use the extract centroid, which doesn't work because these are not all primitives. And I need to just do some math to get the distance between each one, and then halfway between them create a point, which, as I'm saying, that is going to be more complex than I originally thought, especially since the extract centroid doesn't work. So normally you can, drop down, whatever you want. Carve node point. So the carve won't work because you have to, because I need one in between each point. Right, so 0.5 U, 0.5. We would have to, alright, so this just gets rid of, it's just halfway between the start and the end of the line. And it needs to be halfway between the start and end of each one of the points. Which, I suppose, you could instance lines. I don't like that idea though either. You could like copy on the ends of each one. Although that's not necessarily a bad idea. How would that work? No, because we would have to randomize the thing. I don't think that would work. Carve's not a bad idea though. I think the creating the points halfway between them is going to be the best option. Although I suppose at this point we could, no, we couldn't just offset it. Correct. Make it for each part. Convert line before carve. Convert line. Ha! Hey, that's something I didn't know. Nice. Okay, so that. Thanks for that. What's this? Does this just convert it to a bunch of primitives? It does. Sweet. Okay. Well, that works super well then. So then we need to take our original point position and then, or actually we can, well, yeah. We still need to measure the difference. We need to fuse these though. So we would need to measure the difference between the positions. So we still need to get the position, and I'm really drawing a blank. on grabbing point positions. What's the point function? I need to, let's close all this. Point. Point. There we go. 0. Where's your examples points? P. Okay, so it does take that double parentheses. So we could do the point position run over points. Okay, so let's create a float add HF. Actually, position. We would need a vector, right? V at. I'll just call this halfway equal to. Let's just make sure this works first. So 0 and then RP and then at PT. Am I doing this right? There we go. So points halfway. Oh, I don't need a vector. I just need a float, right? No, because I need to get the. Oh yeah, no, I do need a vector. Yeah. Okay. So that's just getting that. Okay, so can we do +1? Is that going to give me an error? No, it's not. Sweet. Okay, so then we should be able to use our distance function now, I believe. Distance. And then grab the next point. So +1? No, what does the distance function return? Does it return a integer? Or not a integer, but a float? A vector too, okay. Or no. Let's use the square distance. Yeah, it's a float. We're still getting an issue. What is this not liking? Ambiguous call to function distance. Vector 4, vector 4. I need to set this. What am I doing wrong here? I suppose we could just do. We don't even need to do this. So we're making this harder than we need to. Right? I even lost where I was going with this. So we need to set the scale. So we can just do, right, we can do f at halfway. We could take, well no, because we still have to, crap. My brain's like shutting off right now. I do at my job some coding inside of like non-vex, and I keep wanting to think in that like way and just run through things that way, but it's not the same. Let's see. I don't know. I'm tired from last night, I guess. You know, I have an attribute, or I have a brute force method. So, what I need to do, DJ, the thing that we need to do is take, we got the halfway point, right? So this works. What you suggested with the convert line and the carve. This works, but I need to calculate like the distance from, well, either, yeah, so in visual terms here, I need to calculate the distance from point 0 to point 10. That's going to be like the scale value. And for whatever reason right now, my brain's just not working. Or I guess it wouldn't be from it'd be from point 10 to point 1 in this case. So basically we need to calculate like the halfway distance between them. Measure node. Oh yeah, because measure node should work now because they're all different fucking primitives. God damn it. All right. Before the carve node. Right? Parameter 0.24. Is that what I'm looking for? So we could do, yeah. I think that's what I'm looking for. Oops. Because then I could take, because that gives me the distance between the two. And then I can take half of that, and that should give me the point. It should give me like these points. So attribute triangle. We'll take, what was that called? Perimeter. We'll call this f at halfway, whatever, is equal to at perimeter times 0.5. And that should be on the points. We need to run over primitives. There we go. And then you can attribute promote this just to a detail. Oh no, we don't want to do that either. We don't want to call this halfway. Let's call this, well, p scale, because we're gonna copy the points here. I don't know if this is gonna work. And then attribute transfer. P scale, and then we want to let's see. Did I do that right? Transfer attributes from. Oh, we don't have any primitives. We want to attribute promote this from a primitive to a point, and p scale. What do you mean? Oh, original name. There we go. That I clicked the wrong thing there. All right, so p scale. So now we have this on the points. Average shouldn't matter because it's just going to, it's going to be the same thing. 1, 2, 1, and then 1, 2, 1. Yeah, they're all just promoting over to the same thing. But if you really want, yeah, it wouldn't matter. And then we should be able to promote this to, or transfer this over, copy to points. And then a box. I don't know. We'll see what this gives us. Well, that did not work. Maybe I don't need to. No, I still do. I don't think we want like Z scale though. Or like X scale, I guess. No, yeah, it works, but the goal is to have the boxes line up with each other. Multiply the P scale by 2. That's what I did. What is the whatever? I'll do it in our angle. I'm really drawing a blank on everything today. So at P scale times equals 2 times equals 2. That works for everyone except for the last one. That should have worked earlier. And no, it doesn't actually work. It's still not correct. I should. Yeah, we need like a Z scale type situation. Like when you have like your extrusion, like on a poly extrude, you have your Z scale. I don't know why. Huh. So maybe these values aren't correct. I don't know. It seemed a lot easier in my head when I was telling him how to do this. So the method he was using was very, very complex. Or transfer incorrect. I mean, I suppose like this shouldn't change anything. I guess this does have an impact on it. So how do we just... Yeah, okay. I didn't think this changed the actual values. How do I just promote with like the values without changing them? Array of all. I think this is the issue. Promote. Primitive has 2 points. I don't know. Without changing. Can I just do this on like a VOP? Oh, because this is going to run over primitives, isn't it? DJ, I think the issue is this promote. Because as I change this, the sizes change. So it needs to just accept the value, like just change the value. We need to just change the value from a primitive to a point attribute. Because these aren't the same. Yeah, these aren't the same. 0.1217. I think that's the issue. And I don't know how to do that with an attribute promote without just without changing it. Can you, I don't know if you can write, I don't know how to write to do that in Vex. I'm not a super great Vex user. Attribute copy. Can we copy to the attribute promote is really what we're looking for, but I don't know why. I don't know why I can't just change it. Attribute swap. Never used that now before. Here, maybe we'll just see. Let's see. Vex change attribute promote. Attribute wrangle is greater than attribute promote. Promote attributes inside an attribute wrangle sub. Add attribute detail. Add detail attribute. Okay. Maybe we'll try that. We need to set this to primitives. Add point attributes. 0 string name type. Default value. Is this even gonna work? Okay, so 0. Oh, we set it to P scale, that's right. P scale? P scale? Does that work? No. Kind of, but no. We need to just like in a for loop, right? For each prim. Maybe you are right, I mean, because the points have two. Primitive has 2 points. Because we're getting double. We're getting double here. Huh. How to get around that? Weird. Yeah, I don't know. It's proving a lot more difficult than I anticipated. Let's see. Could we take cubes? What a task. Yeah, the question seems a lot easier than it's turning out to be. So all we're trying to do is move it towards the max. Copy. You have another idea on a solution. What's your idea? Where I'm going in my brain is to make a bunch of copies of random sizes and then iterate through them and move them. Excuse me. What are you thinking, DJ? What if you're doing a for each loop for each primitive? What do you mean? Place a bound node. Where you want me to place bound node at? In the center of that primitive we place. Oh, for each. But that's still the issue is getting the box. Getting the box to be the same size as the bounds. I guess I kind of see where you're going. So you want it here, right? Bound. So where, I don't know, where we're, did I do, let's see. We needed for each primitive, didn't we? Did I do primitive? I don't know if I did. I'm not sure how you're seeing this work. Or what you're thinking. I think we could take I don't know. Trying to think through different things that I would do, maybe. Can we do like, oh, what this, hold on. What if we... no, let's see. I don't know. Because I keep going back to my thought is just take the boxes, create a bunch of them, and then place them and just end to end. We need to get the end. I'm trying to think of the easiest way to do that. Because it's not as simply as like copy and transform. So essentially, let's just, what we're trying to do is this. So translate it like what, 0.5 or 1. How big is this box? The default 1. So essentially this is what we're trying to do. Just varying the sizes of each one of these. Can you can't. You can't just like randomize anything in here. Yeah, because we just need a bunch of different boxes with varying sizes placed end to end. So if we created a bunch of points, so add point, or yeah, add node. So if we just create like 5 points here, and then we do an attribute wrangle. I think I got it. We could do a p scale, or yeah, at p scale is equal to random at pt num. Let's fit this. Fit a 1. Let's fit this from like 0.5 to 2. And then we can do a copy to points. Now we should have a bunch of points. And we could transform these points inside this wrangle. So at p dot y, we need to do this in like a for each loop. For each, right? We just need to move them now by half of the p scale. So we need to do this in a for each. No. Why am I'm like, my brain is just melting today. I don't know why. So we take the p scale of each point and we move them. So we need to move them by every point. We're at all the p scales before that as well. Once again, easier said than done. Could we could get the point. So we could do at f at move is equal to .5 times at p scale plus we'll get the point attribute of our p scale. Yeah, so my last one will work. Except for your point jitter, place for each prim loop and loop measure attribute promote minimum fuse copy to point. That makes it a lot easier. I think you're right. Yeah, measure for each prim fuse. You said fuse? Oh, attribute promote. Set to minimum. And fuse copy points. Fuse inside. Is this all inside the loop? Yeah. Box. No? Is this what you're saying? Did I do it right based off of what you were saying? Perimeter. Oh, yeah, sorry. Perimeter. And new name, p scale. Let's check. Not exactly. They're still sitting inside of each other. We need them end to end. Do I need to change? Probably need to change. Check my box. What do you mean by check my box? It's just a box. Yes, it's a 1 scale box. We're getting 2 copies though. So I need to change the fuse size. The heck? I don't know, man. Check if fuse is maximum. Stat fuse to 10. And now I'm getting no boxes. Now we're getting no boxes. Don't remove points. What? Remove unused points? Is that what you mean? Is this what you're meaning? It's still not aligned properly. Let's see, we still have overlap. Move degenerative points. Yeah. This value, right? Remove checkbox, remove degenerative points. Odd. Did you jitter the line? You jittered the line. Measure. I have no idea. No matter what you change the scale of the jitter, it changes and lines them perfectly. Something, clearly I did something different than you did then. Because it's not working for me, but it's working for you. Fuse. Max value. I don't know. Get out of there. Average value in fuse? You told me minimum. That's opposite of what I want to do. Or maximum, I think, is what you told me. Average. Average it is. Yep, that works. That works perfectly fine. And then I think you should be able to just change the jitter, like you were saying. Yep. There you go. Sweet. Well, I will pass that on. Yeah, at last. I still think you could do it this way. I'm sure it's not that difficult. As far as increasing each based off of the P scale. But for my brain right now, it's not working. I think this is where I was headed with what I was going to do. So then at PT num -1. Let me just run through this, see if I can. So then we could do at p dot x is equal to at p dot x plus, we could do the point 0 move, and then is that gonna work? At pt num -1. Nope, that didn't work. An interesting idea for animation. Curve can be curved and interesting. Curve can be curved and interesting. Yeah. I'm not sure what he was planning on doing with that, but at least we got it figured out. Thought this was gonna work. +1. Huh. This is not working. Scale. I don't know. We need like a running total of let's do it for each point. We would need like a running total of what the size would be, or the p scale. So attribute wrangle at p scale, or let's see, at p dot x is equal to at p dot x plus 0.5 times p scale. I don't know. Oh God. That didn't work. Yeah, I need like we need like a running total. I don't know, my brain's not working right now. It's like shut off. I've been doing this too much for too long. Essentially what I'm trying to do here is just, or what I would try to do here is just to move the piece or the points by half their p scale. But you'd have to access each one's p scale. I don't know. Tried that with sphere and it needs 0.5 scale for some reason. Because that's going to be the radius. For sphere, its radius is 1. So if you set the scale to 0.5, then its radius is going to be 0.5, which means the diameter would be 1. Our box is 1 in the diameter essentially. What about the length function? I was thinking about that earlier, and I gave up on that idea. I don't even remember how it all works. Length, flow, the length of a string. I don't know that's gonna work, or that would work. I want to figure this out for Vex because it's seems like it should be so easy. And then let's see. Scale. Yeah, we need like a for loop. I don't know why that wasn't working before. Because we could do like if we did the at move is equal to at p scale plus, or like if we did the point function, so point 0, and we wanted what, the p scale? P scale based off of the point number. PT num. I guess that doesn't work. What am I doing wrong? Point number. Can we not use PT on here? Nope, it's something else is up. Does this need to be these. No, I don't even know. My brain's fried. Length function you need to be in for each loop 2, length between 0.0 and 0.1. Yeah. Sure. I don't know. This is not working. Why? Do you know, DJ? Do you know why this isn't working? I mean, we should be able to grab a point. I don't know. I was having issues with this last night too. The detail attributes. I don't remember. I don't know why. I should be able to explicitly state this. I should be able to get that point attribute. And we're getting the P scale. We've set the P scale. Like I said, my brain's pretty fried right now. Did I not? Point. Point function. Ugh, I don't want to search through all that. I wish you could take the copy to transform and just get that value, like a P-scale value. My other thought is like, the other way you could do it would be to set like a min. Be like, use like the match size node. Yeah, point function should work. Should this not be, like, this should be giving me a value. And I don't know why it's not. We could match size. How could I merge these back in? I don't know. I don't know. Try to drag the node to vecstring. To vecstring. We'll give you an address. You mean like in here? Gotcha. Oops. I keep hitting wrong button there. I didn't necessarily know that you could do that. Well, we're creating the, maybe because it's not, it's like on itself here. Maybe that's the issue. That was the issue. Jesus Christ. Okay. So then this shouldn't be too hard then. Yeah, I get what you mean. I think the issue is I was creating it, and so it wasn't like working. So at pt num -1. Yeah. So then we could f is equal to at p scale plus or times 5.5. think. And then we can set the at p dot x is equal to at move. Maybe we don't need to have the p scale here. Nope. Well, I'm in the right neighborhood of where I want to be at. So move would be, we need to get the p scale and then half of the p scale. Oh, we need to add each iteration. That's what it would be. So we need like a for each loop in here. Yeah, we need to do like a for each. I don't know. That's gonna be too much. I'm gonna have to go to work, so I'm gonna have to hop off here. I will just delete this all and send this on over to in Discord. Thanks for that, DJ. I don't. My brain's just not working right now. I need to get some sleep or something, and get my stuff together. So, but I'm gonna save this. I'll send it over in the Discord. Are you in Discord, DJ? Are you in my Discord? Let's save this in the projects. But yeah, I'm gonna have to hop off here because I've got to go to my job, unfortunately. But it was fun hanging out. Hopefully I'll be able to do some streams here in the future and continue to do them. But no promises on that. I've enjoyed the last night and today, just kind of streaming, hanging out, making stuff. But I do still have to make my videos and everything. As well as do family stuff and everything. So I don't necessarily have a ton of time with everything that's going on in my life, but I'll try to sneak in some streams when I can if I have the ability. So anyways, like I said, I gotta go to my job, so I'm gonna hop off here. Thanks for hanging out with me the past last night and today. I might hop on tonight. I don't know, we'll see. Actually I probably won't because I have to record a video and stuff, get that ready for YouTube, but maybe another app. We'll see. But thank you for hanging out and helping me work through all the different issues here that we've ran into. Sorry for my brain kind of not working today, but we'll get it back in order and working for videos. So anyways, like I said, thank you guys for watching. I've got a bunch of other stuff on my channel if you guys are new and want to take a look at some different things in Houdini. You guys can check out those videos. But anyways, yeah, keep up the live videos. Like I said, I don't necessarily have a ton of time to do so, but I would love to continue doing some live streams here and there. If I have the time, I definitely will. So keep an eye out for that, I guess. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'm gonna hop off here now. So have a good day, have a good weekend, and we'll see you probably maybe tonight and definitely next week with some videos. So see you later.